You've heard of French omelets, you've heard of Japanese omelets, but today we're going to be making a Mexican omelet. These are my favorite because of the combination of the herbs, the freshness of the vegetables, and citrus combined with the queso fresco cheese is perfect combination for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, we're going to start out by chopping on destemmed parsley. We're going to go ahead and get that into a good fine chop. We're also going to chop up our cilantro the same way. You can keep the stems in the cilantro as it does add flavor. Now that we have our herb mixture here, we're going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic and a tablespoon of oregano. Then we'll add about 4 tablespoons of olive oil, drizzle that in there, and give it a good mix. Next, we're going to add our lemon zest and lime zest. After zesting them, we're going to give our lemons and limes a roll just like Limp Biscuit. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Loosening up those juices, and we're going to juice them into our herb mixture. The reason I'm squeezing them upside down is so that any seeds try to escape into our herb mixture, my hands will catch them. Once we have all those ingredients together, we'll give that a good stirring, making sure everything is incorporated well and seasoned to taste with salt and pepper. Now, quick question. Have you subscribed? Because Winnie absolutely loves my food and she thinks you will too. So go ahead and click that subscribe button for more delicious recipes and to support Winnie's food addiction. But back to our regularly scheduled program. We're going to take 2 de-seeded jalapenos and give them a good dicing. Grab at least 3 tomatoes and we'll dice those as well. Now we're going to take our mushrooms and thinly slice them. We do want at least 2 cups of thinly sliced mushrooms. Next, we'll grab a whole onion and give that a good dicing. And because I forgot to record the chopping of the ham, here is our diced ham. It made about 2 cups worth. For our next step, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to a pan over medium-high heat. Once the oil is smoking, we're going to add our onions and give that a good saute for about 3 to 5 minutes or until the onions are translucent. Make sure to season with salt and pepper. Leaving the onions in the pan, we're going to add our sliced mushrooms and give that a good stirring as well. Look at that beautiful slow motion of stirring. Next, add the tomatoes and jalapenos, make sure everything is incorporated, and give it a good seasoning to taste. We're going to add a half a cup of water and let that simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes or until everything is cooked. Now let's take our potato masher and we're going to mash up our mixture a bit. We're getting those onions, tomatoes, and mushrooms all incorporated together, making a delicious filling. The mixture simmer over medium-high heat for about 3 to 4 minutes or until it's reduced by 1/4. Next, let's add our herb mixture and give it a good stir. We'll add our ham just to warm it up in the filling. I'm using city ham, not country ham, so it won't add too much salt to our mixture, and we're going to give that a good stir as well. To finish off our sauce, we're going to add about a cup of shredded queso fresco cheese to help it thicken, and because cheese is delicious. Now to start our omelet. We're going to place a large pan over medium-high heat and melt about 2 tablespoons of butter, making sure that we're covering and lubing up the pan very well. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a sticky mess, but I prefer eggs not to stick. We'll take about 3 beaten eggs and pour them into our buttered pan and allow that to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the eggs are solidified. I like to give it a good shake every now and then to make sure that there's no sticking on the bottom, and we'll season our eggs to taste. Make sure the eggs are partially cooked when seasoning. If you do it too early, the eggs can become watery and runny. Once the omelet is halfway cooked, add some of our shredded queso fresco to it and allow the eggs to finish cooking. We'll add about 3 tablespoons of our vegetable mixture to the egg as well. Some people can actually fold over an egg very well. I try my best, and this is my second attempt, which is quite nice. here's my first attempt. As you can see, it didn't turn out very well, and it was terrible. Once we've cleaned up the plate, we're going to put more queso fresco over top of it. You can add as little or as much as you want. Look at that beautiful finished omelet. Here is a cross-section view of the deliciousness. Look at that. You could see all of its inside like Jeffrey Dahmer. There's the delicious tomatoes, mushrooms, and herbs. If you like this recipe, most definitely click that subscribe button and also share with your friends or family. And while I try to put this back together like my life, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!